And the deal is, if you really want to reinvent your life, there's no negotiating with your commitment. That's called integrity. If you want to reinvent your life, you have to start practicing new behaviors. If you want to become someone you've never been, you have to start doing the things you've never done. You have to. Otherwise, you stay who you are. And if you choose to be unhappy, miserable, volunteering as a victim, that's your choice. That's on you. But if you want to elevate your life, if you want to reinvent yourself, you want to live here, not here. You could choose to live here. You know, part of reinventing ourselves is changing the words we use. And those of you that know me or I've coached, you know this. You have to change the words you use if you want to change your life. Your subconscious mind hears the words you're saying. Now, the subconscious mind doesn't know if the word you're using is growing a thorn bush or a rose bush. Subconscious mind doesn't know. It's just going to grow what you give it. Things like, I shouldn't have done that. Well, why not? Why shouldn't you have? Should is about shame, self-abuse. I'm not good enough. I'm inferior. Look how horrible I am. Look at that terrible decision I made. I shouldn't have done that. Why not? Why shouldn't you have? Now, I could have done it differently if I knew better. Doesn't that sound better? Anybody? Sounds better. See, that we got to watch. We have to be present and self-aware of what we're saying. Most people are not happy. Most people are not fulfilled. Most people are just living life searching for fulfillment, wholeness, connection. We're searching. Unfortunately, many of us are searching out there for it. Whatever it is, the money, the house, drugs, alcohol, relationships, sex, we're looking out there for that wholeness and connection. But what we come to realize when we really want to grow spiritually, when we're ready, we're open to a new process, a new design. It's all in here. Everything you need's in here. Why are you looking out there? Because if you've learned at this point, searching out there, is it filling you? Might bring a little happiness, truly. Might, temporary. You get a new car, you're happy. Till the bill comes. You're thrilled when you drive in that new car. After about 3 months, you might start, what did I get this for? The insurance is high, these freaking payments. Short term. Our goal in life truly is to really get that joy. There's a difference between happiness and joy. Happiness comes and goes. I'm sure all of you have had happiness at some point in your life. But how many of you are joyful? How many of you can truly deep down within feel joy in spite of the chaos, pain, turmoil, loss? Where are you focused? What are you looking at? If you want to reinvent your life, you better change what you're looking at. Not just that internal conversation. The word should be eliminated out of your conversation. How about can't? So I'm a sober alcoholic, and I go to meetings. Sometimes I hear, I can't drink. Well, no, you can. You actually can drink. You could just choose not to. I can't do that. Well, yeah, you can. You could just choose not to. Can't is so defining. It's almost like you're getting into the boxing ring with whatever it is you can't do. Why can't you? You pretty much can do everything. You can even fly if you jump off a building. You're just not going to fly permanently. I mean, you pretty much can do anything within relative reason. Change the words. I can do that, but I choose not to. Me, a Kentucky Fried Chicken, I choose to eat it. But the idea is you have power. You have it in here, not out there. Start changing the words. I choose. I have a choice today. I can stay in this unhappy marriage. I can stay in an unhappy job. I can stay fearful. I can. I can't stand in this marriage anymore. Well, of course you can, but you can choose differently. I can't stand this job anymore. Choose differently. You have the power. But that power gets limited. The barrier is fear. The barrier is fear. Think about changes you want to make in your life, to reinvent yourself, to live at a whole new level. What's holding you back? Fear. Predominantly, fear of the unknown. If you want to reinvent your life, you have to go into the unknown. Most people, forgive the verbiage, but most people would rather stay and live in a known hell than go into an unknown heaven. Because at least you know what you have. There's security in that. What's so fearful of the unknown? There's a lieutenant, they're in a battlefield, lieutenant captures the enemy and brings him to the colonel. And the colonel is ultimately going to kill the guy. He's an enemy. So he says to the guy, he says, listen, tomorrow morning, you can either go before the firing squad or go through that door. The guy says, well, what's through that door? The colonel says, unknown horrors. Unknown horrors. The morning comes, the guy comes out, the colonel says, so what'd you decide? Firing squad or the door of unknown horrors? He chooses the firing squad. So later on, the lieutenant comes over and says, what's behind that door? The colonel says, freedom. Freedom. Because there are horrors in taking risks and chances, but there's also joy and beauty in taking risks and chances. For a long, long time, I wanted to put together a speaking presentation. Years and years and years ago, I used to speak in front of hundreds and hundreds of people and loved it. My life changed, been through some trauma through my own making. And if you want to reinvent your life, you better own your crap. You want to reinvent yourself? Own it. You want to reinvent yourself? Better start telling yourself the truth. And if you're in the picture frame and you don't really see it clearly, find somebody that can see the picture and tell you the truth about you. Because the hardest thing for anybody, I believe, is to hear the truth about yourself. Who wants to hear the truth about themselves? Most people don't. But if you want to reinvent your life, you have to tell the truth about yourself. So part of my self-reinvention was facing the truth about everything. All the stuff I was running from. So many people run from themselves. Are you running from you? Are you running from you? Think about it. Are you running from you? Addicts run into alcohol and drugs and gambling. Those that can abuse eating, I can relate, we run to food. Some people run to a bigger position at their job, run to a bigger house, relationships. Why are you running from yourself so much? Are you that horrible that you need to continue running from yourself? And some of us run real fast. Jail, horrible relationships, misery, regret and shame. We're running. Just stop and stay still. Face the truth about yourself. Pay attention to how you're talking with yourself. Look at your beliefs. What beliefs do you have that you don't want anymore? Do you have beliefs about yourself or the world or others that you don't want anymore? Are there any? Are all of your beliefs really 100% on point? Is there room for improvement? You start practicing your beliefs. Practice makes what? Never. You will never be perfect. It's impossible. Practice makes improvement. And if you want to be perfect, you will have insomnia, stress, anxiety. You will self-abuse. You'll have a negative internal dialogue because you're just not good enough. You're going to feel inferior because you're not perfect. Well, I'm going to welcome you to the human race. We are imperfect. And if you've made mistakes, congratulations, Lucille. You're imperfect. Congratulations. I'm very happy that all of you are imperfect. Because all I strive for is betterment. I want to better my best. There was a time when I said, well, I shouldn't have done that. Well, why not? I could have done it differently. I didn't know better. Something about me was so damaged, I didn't know better. Maybe on some level, but not deep. But now I know better. So what do we do when we know better?
Do better.
We do better. We do better. Are you willing to do better? Do you want to do better?
Yes.
Because if you keep doing the same thing, you're going to get the same result. See, if I go back today to that old personality, that old me, I'm going to get that result, the old results. I don't want to change me. I just want to reinvent me, become a whole new human being. So if you want to reinvent your life, take risks, take chances.